I've actually been on the streets for, like, as I said, 6 months, but it's been a bit longer than that but I was like sofa surfing, you know, like stand up for
how it starts, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. But that wears thin after a little while, and you obviously run out of friends, and then when you realise like that you've got nowhere to go, you've got no sleeping bag, no tent, you've got nothing.
Yeah.
That's when it hits you, and you start sleeping on buses and trains and things like that.
And thank you so much for talking to us. First of all, how old are you?
I'm 50.
50, yeah. And how long have you been homeless for?
6 months.
6 months.
Yeah.
Okay, similar time as Joe.
Yeah.
How did you end up becoming homeless, Darren?
I lost my wife and child in a car accident.
Oh my God, so sorry to hear that, man.
Yeah, and I just went off the rails and just lost the plot for a little while, and lost everything. Lost my job, lost my house. Obviously, that's how I wound up like this. Yeah.
Oh man, I wasn't expected to hear that. Sorry to hear that you lost your family.
Yeah.
And you were not with them at that point?
No, I wasn't. Yeah.
Okay. And can I ask you, how was your life before you became homeless?
It's just average, I suppose. Like, just run of the mill. I was a bricklayer.
Yeah.
Obviously, wife, kids.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and,
just a 9 to 5 life.
Well, yeah?
Yeah, just a 9 to 5.
How long were you a bricklayer for?
About 15 years.
Wow, man, long time. And then obviously having that full-time job and then ending up on the street, how did that sit with you? Like, how was that transition for you?
It was rough, to be fair, because it happened so fast.
Yeah.
Because I went from like a standard of life was 1 to 10, say like it was about 8.
Yeah.
It went to 0 literally overnight, you know.
Okay.
And then I just lost, when the accident happened, I just lost all sense of everything, you know, like I didn't care about anything, like nothing else mattered, you know.
How many kids did you have?
2.
2.
Yeah.
And they both were in accident?
Yeah.
Okay, and you know, do you remember that first day that you actually realised that you're homeless? What happened on that day?
Because I went for a little while. I've actually been on the streets for, like, as I said, 6 months, but it's been a bit longer than that but I was like sofa surfing, you know, like stand up for
how it starts, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. But that wears thin after a little while, and you obviously run out of friends, and then when you realise like that you've got nowhere to go, you've got no sleeping bag, no tent, you've got nothing.
Yeah.
That's when it hits you, and you start sleeping on buses and trains and things like that, and that's when you realise. That's when it hits home a little bit.
Do you remember where you slept the first time on the street? Like, what was the situation?
Yeah, I slept at St Mary's Church on Upper Street.
Okay.
Yeah, because it was raining and there was a shelter there, and I just slept in a cardboard box.
Oh man.
And it was horrible.
Crazy. And then, how long were you sofa surfing for?
About 3 months, I suppose.
Yeah.
So all in all, it's been about 9 months.
9 months.
Yeah.
Okay. And where do you currently sleep then?
To be fair, over there.
Well, out in the open?
Yeah. Well, I've got a tent and that, but hopefully, touch wood.
Yeah.
They do this thing like when it comes winter and Christmas, where they try and house as many people as possible. Yeah, they done it last
year as well.
Yeah, so I've been in touch with them.
Okay.
So hopefully.
So the homeless charities are there for you?
Yeah, they are there.
You.
But you got to help yourself as well. Like you know, you can't just expect the world don't know you're living. You know what I mean? Like you got to put in a bit of work yourself.
That's a good point you've made, you know, because a lot of the homeless people we've interviewed, a lot of times they feel like they're not getting the right help, but you're saying they need to do their part as well.
It's there if you need it. Yeah, but exactly. You have got to put a bit of legwork in.
So when you say you have to help yourself, what kind of things practically could you do to help yourself?
There's places you can go, like the church across the road there, the Union Chapel. You can go there, and there's a booklet called The Pavement.
Yeah.
And it's got all kinds of information in there where you can go and get food, showers, clean clothes. Things like that, and it's 7 days a week, but you might have to travel a little.
Yeah.
And there's also help, you know, like Citizens Advice, but it's all in there.
Okay.
And that's someone gave me that. And
that's really good, man.
Yeah.
It's called The Pavement, yeah.
But also people like you that come out and speak to people. But crisis and people like that are quite good as well.
So do you reckon it would be a good idea for us to get lots of these magazines, the Pavement ones, and give it out to the homeless? Do you think it's definitely going to help them?
Definitely.
Okay, that's something we're going to look into.
It helped me, put it that way.
Thanks a lot for that. And which homeless charity are you currently in touch with?
Crisis.
Okay.
I think it's Crisis.
Crisis, Crisis is the big one. Okay. What do you miss the most from your life before?
Well, obviously.
Your family, isn't it?
and the security and that, you know. But I know it sounds silly, but some of the people I speak to when I'm here, they're not that far away from where I am.
Yeah,
a lot of them are one paycheck. Yeah. And it is quite surprising, to be fair. And you got people like this, see?
Oh, thanks a lot, brother, man.
Thank
God
you
bless
very
you,
much.
man.
Yeah, so you got people.
Now.
So
yeah.
you should never really go hungry. You know what I mean?
Yeah, a lot of people have said that as well. That in London it's hard going hungry because there's so many good people out there helping you.
Yeah.
What do you find to be the toughest thing about being homeless then?
The weather.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like it might not seem cold to you. Well, it's cold, obviously, but you got to think when you've been out in it all night.
Yeah.
And then all day it gets a lot colder. You know.
And now, obviously, this is going to be your first winter being homeless.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that? Like, what are you thinking?
It's a bit scary, to be fair, because I've been speaking to other people, and it's not nice. You know what I mean? But as I say, hopefully, I'll get into a hotel. Touch wood. But the other thing I was going to say to you is, you have to be somewhere where they can find you. You know.
Yeah.
And the council, they give you a mobile phone. They give me a mobile. Yeah.
Nice. With the charge and
everything. It's only a cheap one. Yeah. They put a little bit of credit on it, so you can get in touch with hostels and.
That's good, man.
Yeah, that helps a lot.
Where did you get your tent from?
The charity shop over there. To be fair, yeah.
What? Free of charge?
Well, it was outside, so I just took it. Yeah.
And then, have you had anything stolen from you while you've been homeless?
Lots of times. Yeah. I've had a couple of tents, loads of sleeping bags.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who do you think steals it? Is it other homeless people?
Other homeless, yeah, definitely. Because why would anyone else?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Why would
have you made
else
any friends while you've been on the street?
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah.
You have to, yeah. Because you couldn't be out on your own because you wouldn't last 5 minutes.
What time of the day do you find to be the most tough for you? Is it mornings, afternoons, and night times?
Morning and late at night.
Yeah.
When you realise you got to find somewhere quick, like to get a bit of shelter. And mornings, obviously, because you're hungry and whatever.
So you know when you wake up in the morning, obviously you find yourself on the street. What's the first thing? What's your routine like you do in the morning?
Well, I try and look for the booklet and try and find a church so I can go and get a shower or at least a wash.
How often do you reckon you get to wash in a week?
Well, you can do it 7 days a week, but to be fair, probably only 2 or 3 to be fair.
Okay.
If I'm honest with you.
What's the nicest thing someone has done for you since you've been homeless?
What you're doing right now, to be fair.
Why does that mean so much to you?
Because it's getting something done, like, and you're putting our point of view to other people, which I think is fantastic.
Oh, thank you so
doing
much,
it off your
man.
own back.
You know what the great thing is? So many people that watch our videos, the comments they make, they say that, you know, now I realize that not every homeless person is the same, and you should give them that time of the day to speak to them at least.
Exactly. You'll be surprised, because you sit here, and I mean, some people are just so horrible.
Yeah.
You know, but then you get some like people like yourself will sit down. It's not about giving you money or food or whatever, but just smile and give a little 5 minutes. You know, it brightens your day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It does make a big difference.
And it changes people's perspective as well on homelessness.
Yeah.
Because like you mentioned, anyone can become homeless.
Exactly.
You know, you were one of these people walking past the homeless 9 months ago.
Exactly.
You know, look, we've ended up in this situation.
Exactly
so you should never judge anyone.
No.
And what would you say is the meanest thing someone has done to you?
I've been spat at. I think that's because I hate spitting anyway, and I think that's the most disgusting thing.
Yeah.
But that's
Sorry, man, that there's people like that out there. Okay, a bit of a touchy topic. Drugs. What part do they play?
I'm not going to lie to you. I used to take drugs, but the way I look at it is, I'm just going to end up not getting anywhere with that way. You know what I mean? So I got myself on a script.
Okay.
Got myself clean. Before I got too deep into it.
Okay.
And now I'm gonna
did you take drugs before becoming homeless, or was that after?
No.
Only after.
Yeah.
And
it's quite easy to get involved.
Yeah, it is so easy. And why do you think so many homeless people end up with that drug habit?
To just block things out, I think.
You think so?
To be honest with you, yeah. So just block it out and kill time, I suppose. Yeah.
Okay. And being in your day-to-day life, what would you say makes you happy?
Exactly, things like what you're doing, you know.
And what would you say makes you sad?
The other side of it, when, as I said to you, people being rude to you and spitting at you and not even acknowledging you, you know.
Yeah.
If you just walk past as if you're not even there. Yeah. That's not nice.
And that makes me want to ask you, you're sitting by the station and it's so busy. Hundreds of people are walking past you like every 5 minutes. How does it make you feel when people just walk past you without even acknowledging you?
You get used to it very quickly.
Yeah.
It did upset me. I used to get the raving ump at first, but then you get used to it quite quickly.
Yeah.
You know, if people ignore you, you know, I can't make people give me
Yeah.
food or money or anything like
Yeah.
that. But if they just acknowledge you, then that makes a big difference.
And then when you're sitting there, what's going through your mind? Are you daydreaming? Are you thinking about something? Are you planning?
Yeah, just daydreaming really, to be
Serious?
honest with you. I'm just hoping that you get somewhere warm to stay and something to eat. So I'm
Okay.
lucky on both parts.
You got the pizza, yeah? That's good, man. And if you could get one wish, Darren, what would your one wish be?
Have my family back.
Ah, man. And what's the one lesson that you've learnt being homeless?
Don't judge people.
Yeah?
Yeah, don't. Yeah. And
Everyone's got their struggles, innit?
Exactly.
What gets you through the tough times then?
Just, I know it's probably going to sound horrible, but there's always someone worse off.
That's exactly what Joe said
Yeah.
as well, because there's people in other countries even who don't even have water.
Exactly.
Okay, and then what's the one thing you wish these people that walk past you knew about homeless people that you think they don't know?
I think they just judge everyone to be a drug addict, alcoholic, gambler, whatever. But if they take time to just speak to people, they will find out that it's not all like.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, some of it is, but a lot of it isn't.
Yeah. And to be honest, I really wish they did speak to you, because you're a great person to chat to, just like casually.
Yeah.
It's
And it's
a nice
fantastic what
conversation
you're
to
doing,
have.
man. I swear to God.
Yeah?
Yeah, I hope it
Thanks a lot,
goes
man.
well.
Thanks a lot. And just finally, what's your final message to the world?
Take notice.
Yeah?
Yeah, and watch your videos.
Thanks a lot, man. But I love that word you said, man. Take notice.
Yeah.
Notice the people around you.
Exactly that.
Now, you know what we do, Darren, is that a lot of people that watch our videos, they actually donate money to our charity.
Okay.
And with the money, what we do is we help the homeless by buying them clothes, socks, and we give them these gift cards for Sainsbury's and Tesco. It's actually got £30 on it. What would your message be to the people? So this has got £30 on it. This is for you.
Thank you.
What would your message be to the people that donate money to help the homeless?
Thank you very much. And make sure you do it to people like yourselves that hand it out properly.
Thank you so much,
Some of
man.
these big charities, it gets lost in administration.
So true. That's exactly why we started this, by the way. All right. Thank you so much. God bless you.
Thank you.